The more I scroll on social media, the more I realize that whether it's influencers or friends and family or big brands, really everyone is just using AI generated music. And I can hear it because you can hear the artifacts in the voice. It has this like noise at this high frequency and it sounds like a little crumbly, but it's really present and you can really notice it distinctly in the vocals, but people are still using it. Like effectively, most of society, if they're not, super keen on distinguishing it's an AI generated track, they'll just use it because it fits the aesthetic of whatever their video is or it fits the mood. And it's so disheartening, but at the same time, that's also like reality. And it makes me evaluate, like, why the fuck do I even have any gear in the first place? Like, what is the point of having this analog drum machine or the sampler or the Moog Sub 37? Like, what is the point, right? And it just keeps, the same point just keeps resurfacing in my head. It's like, I just enjoy making things. Like, the entire purpose of music is so rooted in the process. Of course, I want people to like it, but at the same time, like I'm also just so much more interested in making things and figuring out like what sorts of sounds are gonna like get my eyebrows to raise, like catch my ear, send a shiver down my spine. Like I'm much more interested in that actually. And so I kind of lose that entire process. If you have a Suno subscription, they charge for different tiers, but you lose a lot of creativity when you use Suno. And I paid for the $30 subscription and I had it for a couple months and I was like, okay, let me check it out. Let me see what's up. And yes, you can generate instrument by instrument, stem by stem, and you can make whatever you want. But when you have unlimited choices, it really does, it causes a little bit of analysis paralysis because you have this genie that can just grant whatever wish you want. At the same time, it is less fun. It is not as fun. And you do have these people, Diplo and Timbaland, being the premier faces, like shouting from the rooftops saying that, hey, AI generated music production is the future. And I'm just like, okay, is it? I don't know. It's not fun when I make it. I can't be the only one thinking that, right? Like I'm not alone in this bucket. So I deactivated the subscription to Suno. I was like, dude, I'm not really getting much out of this for me personally. Some artists who don't have a skill set or a background in production or mixing or recording, like maybe that's for them. I am not the target demographic then. But I'm just so much more interested in like diving into the limitations of my gear. I like this TR-1000 because it does what it does. I'm just absorbed in making sick-ass drums and figuring out, okay, let me just play within these constraints. Or the MPC sample, right? I like chopping up samples and figuring out, okay, how can I I'm losing myself in the process. Or when I'm soundscaping with the Moog, it's the same thing. I'm just present. I don't feel very present when I'm using Suno and generating a song from scratch. Like it's just done in an instant. And you could make the argument like, hey, you should be doing 100 times more, which is what all these, private equity and VC guys are saying like, oh, you should just generate even more. But more is not always the answer, right? Like, just because I can generate 100 ideas, like, are they good? Is it fun? Does it connect with? It doesn't viscerally move me. Even when I've made an AI generated track on Suno, I listen to it once and I'm like, oh yeah, it's pretty good. And maybe that changes in the next year or two to the point where it's like, holy fuck, like this is actually mind-blowingly good. Maybe I'm wrong. But I don't like it. And I don't like it because it doesn't make me feel anything. And the entire reason I'm doing music, and I imagine if you're a creative person, the only reason you get into whatever your creative discipline in, the only reason you get into it is because it moves you. And then you're just chasing that feeling. So I don't have that feeling at all with generating music, but it seems like the audience has no care because you're seeing people using trending sounds and then you're like, wait a second, this is like a fucking AI generated track. What the fuck? So I don't know. This is more of just a riff of what I'm feeling. I'm going to continue doing what I'm doing, which is just diving into my gear and making shit I like, and I'll post it, and maybe that resonates with some people. But let me know your thoughts. Do you feel the same way? Maybe you don't give a fuck. Maybe you're just like, dude, shut the fuck up. Like, get better, do better. I don't know. These are my thoughts. Let me know what you think.